Welcome to your Daily 5 for Monday, May 13th, 2024. You may have been seeing articles, posts, and mentions about people reacting negatively to an ad within an ad from Apple's iPad Pro event early last week. Now, I listened to the event. I didn't actually watch any of the video from it. It was a video event where basically Apple released a 40 something or so minute long video introducing the new iPad Pros, the new Apple Pencil. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was just a new iPad line in general with an iPad Pro, new iPad Airs, and the Pencil, which they're now having a Pencil Pro. And I was listening to Twit.tv's coverage of it because I really didn't feel, I have not felt the need to watch anything from Apple in quite a while. I've talked before about the fact that I don't think their marketing is doing a very good job within the last 5, 6, 7 years. Pre-COVID, by the way, so they can't blame it on that. I just don't feel like Apple has been putting out a lot of compelling marketing materials. And so I really didn't feel the need to watch it. So I was listening to the coverage of it. And I thought, okay, well, iPad Pro, new Pencil, okay, neither of these things are things I'm going to be getting, but sounds like neat technology. And okay, they've made some improvements. What I pretty much expected along with everybody else. And then I started seeing people talking about the fact that there was this big negative reaction to a video within the video. And I thought, okay. And so I finally watched it. I hadn't watched it. I'd seen some screenshots, didn't really tell me much, but I watched it shortly before, within the last 10 minutes of recording this. Had seen it from the first time front to back, and read some of the coverage on Ars Technica, which I'll link here, and some of the things that people were saying. So, a couple things. First off, nobody should be this upset about an ad. I mean, some of the statements I'm seeing are just ridiculous. There are far more pressing issues in the world than Apple making a bad ad. Because, let's be honest, that's all they did here. They made a really bad ad. So, separated from the uproar over it, which is ridiculous, we'll put that aside, do not get that angry. Go outside. Look around. It's fine. It's an ad. And if you think Apple really cares, they don't. So putting aside the anger and negativity towards the video and what it's saying, let's examine the ad itself. It's a terrible ad. Just speaking from a marketing and communication perspective, it's not a good ad. It's mixing messaging. It's not doing it tremendously well. And what's most baffling about it, and I guess this functions somewhat as a tease for the Friday show, because I'm going to bring this up on Friday, because I'm going to run through this with Lando, because there's one thing they should have done at the very end of the video that would have fixed all of this negativity in one shot. Why nobody thought to do it, why nobody suggested it, why this was allowed to be released in the way that it was, is both surprising to me and also confirms what I've been feeling about Apple's advertising for quite a while now, that it's been on this gradual decline, and this is just the latest iteration of it. But watching it, it's just a terrible ad. It really, and if you haven't seen it, all it really is it's showing this giant hydraulic press, and this is the part that people have been upset about, that is crushing all these different elements of creativity. There's a bust, a sculpture, bust head. There's a metronome. There's paint. There's some video games, which I don't know why crushing those means anything to people, but I guess it does. There's all these elements of creative expression that are being crushed. And then the press closes, it opens up, and then everything is wiped clean, and inside is the new iPad Pro, and a hand picks it up, and it says something like the incredibly or our thinnest iPad ever, and it's just holding it. And that's the ad. Really, it's not that long. It's in the Ars article. You'll see it when I link to it. But again, this is not something to get angry over. So these people need to do something better with their time. But as an ad, it sucks. It's not a good ad. So making a comparison to like the 1984 ad, as the Ars Technica article mentions somebody does, that is more instructive on why it's a bad ad, because it lacks that simplicity and that power and that punch and that commentary. All of that is gone. It's just a very muddled and frankly ineffective ad for what I think it's trying to do. And this will be a bit of a tease because I can't do it in 5 minutes for the Friday show, because I do want to get into this. But I'm going to explain why I think just one change would have completely saved this ad, both from the public reception of it, but also in terms of its messaging. And again, I'm both surprised and not surprised that this thing was released as is. So it's not an ad to get angry over, everybody. It's just a bad ad, and that's all. Later.